Well, Absolute Brainiac number one sure was creepy. What? That was Absolute Superman? Absolute Superman number seven? Seriously. What is going on with this book? When we left off in issue 6, Kal-El just crash landed on Earth after 18 months of deep space depression. The Kents had taken him in, his powers were emerging, stakes were building, and then poof. Instead of following up on Superman, we get 20 pages of gross Brainiac body horror, shrinking a dude's skin off his body, making some other dudes throw up his own skeleton. It's gnarly. Don't get me wrong, it works as a horror comic, and I enjoyed it for what it was. This Brainiac is disgusting and crazy in all the right ways. Jason Aaron reimagines Brainiac as Brainiac number 419,732, basically a janitor in a sea of discarded AI corpses who, after 137 years alone, finally snaps. Which, you can kind of see why that might happen. He's unstable. He's just really twisted. But this isn't Absolute Brainiac number one, it's Absolute Superman. And we're 7 issues in, and we really don't know who this Superman actually is. We know where he came from, maybe to such a large degree that it's maybe even too much for this point in the story, at least if it's getting in the way of kind of showing us the decisions and the kind of character building that's actually going to make us care about Superman now. We've seen Krypton, we've seen the Lazarus Corporation, we've seen a lot of Lois, we've even seen Ra's al Ghul. But Superman is always, or often at least, somewhere off in the background. In my opinion, and I mentioned this in another video, Scott Snyder had this problem with Absolute Batman in the beginning. It was a lot more about Alfred than Bruce. And I don't think it ever got to the point where I was thinking, man, I'm going to stop reading this because he fixed it before it became a problem. And in fact, if it's not a problem, it can be a good thing. I think that it was a pretty cool setup. It worked. But Superman is still an unknown quantity in issue number 7. And it looks like it's becoming a problem. Sales are down. Absolute Superman dropped out of the top 25 in April. Out of the top 25. I mean, that is you look at the success of the Absolute line, that's pretty incredible. The rest of the Absolute books are in the top 10, except for Absolute Green Lantern number 1. And even that is in the top 20 at number 19. So, Absolute number something going on here? Is there a problem that needs to be fixed, or am I taking crazy pills? I don't know. It seems to me like Absolute Superman does have a Superman problem, a lack of Superman problem. The horror is, or I should say, at least in this past issue, it was compelling. It's a fascinating villain. The setup for future storylines, like is Metallo on the way? That's exciting. There is a lot of cool things that could be pursued. My question is it going to last that long? Superman's AWOL. And no matter how good your world building is, if Superman isn't in the heart of his own story, I mean, what are we doing here? So let me know what you think. Is Aaron setting up something bigger? Or is Absolute Superman going to be the first Absolute book to get the axe? And if you're into videos like this, make sure you subscribe so the algorithm doesn't put this channel in a bottle like one of Brainiac's miniature civilizations.